No, no. Everybody's recording.
Yeah, everything's recording now.
Beckley's doing Jamie. She wanted your organ experience.
Yeah.
Behind the mic.
I don't know.
Do you want me to search up anything? Do you want me to
What's
search
up,
anything
man
up?
is shy.
to search up anything. Look at up, Beckley.
Man is shy. Doesn't want to be on camera.
This is on your camera.
He said, I don't have a trim today.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I'm looking fresh still.
He was even smelling good earlier. He's going to some spoken poetry thing. Oh, no, it's a book launch.
Now I'm staying here with you lot.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, Sharon ditched me, so.
Oh, mad. Is it? This is a Black and Irish book that came out.
Yeah.
Shout out them, man, to be fair.
Shout out
That's
to
a
the
pretty
boys,
big
man.
deal because I was even seeing it on RTE and everything. So
No, yeah, it's crazy still.
yeah, it is getting kind of funny that the people doing these things are people that you know, and sometimes it's kind of why you don't deep how cool it is because you know the people.
Yeah.
Back in the days, if someone wrote a book or had a book launch on RTE, you'll think this guy's pretty much famous.
Even if you were just in the background on the news, bro.
You know that one? If you're in the background of the TV, you're like, this guy is pretty much famous. They're letting him release a book in Ireland.
Nah, that's crazy, to be fair.
How you doing, though?
I'm chilling, bro. What about you?
Just calm, tired.
Bro, I'm tired as fuck as well. I don't know what's been going on recently.
Oh,
I'm tired all the
I know what's happening though. It's because I'm going on site more, so there's like zapping my energy.
Yeah.
Like I do understand that, like that work-life balance, especially the fact that I've been hybrid pretty much for the last year and a half, and this is one of them weeks. So like I have to be in pretty much every day. It is draining. It gets to Thursday and I'm like, this is not the one. But today it's because I went to do an interview, and as I'm there, it's for a startup. So they're kind of breaking down the company structure and what they do, and I'm like, yeah. Nah,
That's it for me.
you're building a company from scratch, basically. So the workload will be immense. Company has like 10 people. So they're just, the low-key tells you, this might be your title, but that's not your defined role.
Oh, you know them ones like,
You're going to have to chip in here, you're going to have to chip in there, you're going to have to do
wherever
this.
we need you, you gotta do this. Are
It's
you good
good.
at interviews?
Yeah. I'm like, yeah, pretty good. I'm very good succession rate.
How do your interviews go now? Like, because I know for me, a lot of my interviews are more just us just
Chats.
chatting.
Yeah, I
Like,
think that's
we
it
don't
for
really
most
talk
people.
about, like, technical things.
Yeah.
And if we do, that's why I falter. I'm horrible at talking about technical actual aspects of what I need to do.
I prepare the technical just because I know they'll come up, but I try to keep it in the realms of a podding. Like I'm podding with the other person. No, we're chatting about the job, but in like a conversational type of way.
Yeah.
Whereas when you start asking me, because today did a good cop, bad cop. One person was in for an hour. I chatted to them, very bubbly, very friendly, and then they came in this Swedish blonde woman, very stoic, and then she starts asking me technical question. What does it mean for you? What motivates you? Money.
Pay me.
You know what I mean? Like, even when I'm trying to recruiters now, and they're like, "Oh yeah, we got this position. Like, what are you looking for?" And I'm like, "Look, preferably I would like X, Y, Z. But at the end of the day, if the bag is saying something else, all of those things we can shake on."
Are we probably like a generation that actually doesn't work for like the love of the job for the most part? I feel like the generation before has actually had like professional pride or love like what they do, or this. You see those people work for 20 years and they're like, I've been working here 20 years. There's actually a bit of like pride about it. Whereas I don't think we're like that.
Yeah, but
But that previous generation wasn't saying like IG models bagging 20 bag a month. Do you know what I mean?
You know what?
If you're sitting on a desk thinking about those OnlyFans and IG models bagging 20 bag a month, you feel a bit, I don't want to fucking be here.
You know what? I hear it.
There's one interracial couple. I think I saw a tweet. Something like she said she was bored or something, or she was upset about something. What
Is
was
that
it?
the same one that Dave hates?
I think so.
Interracial couple.
She said something like, she didn't want to see people or something. Man hired a private boat, private chef. They chefed it. I'm like, what do these men do?
Like
every birthday we're seeing hotel room.
That's them.
Hotel room with like 20, 30 different gifts. Louis Vuitton, Gucci, Prada, Fendi, everything. It's like, bro, you must be selling ass because...
Yeah, honestly, I'm deep. I don't think we have professional pride, like in terms of our corporate jobs.
But how many of us actually like our corporate jobs?
That's what I mean. I feel like the generation before us, they took a bit more pride in what they did every day.
I think they just didn't have a choice.
Yeah, I think that's also a reason.
Like,
Less distractions as well.
Like what IG models is it?
I'm not looking at IG models now.
you know what? Yeah, I feel like certain things weren't even realistic to them. They come 20 years ago. You want to talk about being a rapper? You want to talk about
Someone like KSI, for example, like he started off playing FIFA.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Now
saying,
mine is probably 15, 20 mil. Like that's
Yeah.
that's,
like they didn't have that. So, bro, You find that one job you could get, and you hold on to that bitch as long as you
That's
possibly
true.
can.
And especially if the job was within your town and you could walk to it and still be able to pick up your kids and go. That was like the definition of work-life balance. If you can get a job in a factory within your town, you are there
You're sorted.
for 20 to 25 years. Whereas like we're saying now, KSI playing PlayStation. Because I was even saying it to Chan today. Chan used to YouTube himself playing game. But his boys used to make fun of him. Yeah. You see when you're like 15, 16, it's hard to hold that corn to see the vision. It's hard to hold it. So you stop doing it. I'm looking at him, I was like, see, if you just stuck it.
But that's the thing. It's corny until it's not.
Yeah, you just have to. Because KSI was corny. Like to me. And I remember one of my white friends asked me, it's like, why? Because they enjoyed watching him. It's like, why do black people have not taken to KSI as much? And I was like, to an extent, it was like a caricature of like black people. And the same thing I say about Fabu D. We didn't really fuck with that. But now seeing his growth and see where he is and seeing his maturity, I'm kind of like, let him land.
You got to get it how you can get it.
Let me ask you a question then. Were you thinking all of this at that time as you were watching it at that time?
Yeah. See, the thing is, yes, because I have, like, Dejj knows my timeline is like my diary. I can find tweets of how Fabu D's behavior and all that KSI behavior. It always feels weird to me when it feels like you're doing it for white laughs. Like you're selling now. So, like it's always felt weird to me when I look at an individual clearly doing this, calling his brother monkey, like his brother Dejj, and like clearly doing this, and the only people are laughing is white people. So I'm like, I don't know. Did you enjoy that kind of content?
No, I didn't. I wasn't a big KSI fan growing up, but I did watch his FIFA content, like his Road to Glory. I don't know if you remember. I don't know if you remember.
I know the series. I didn't watch
the series. Yeah, that's the only content I was really into. Like all the other stuff wasn't really a thing for me. It was more the FIFA thing. Yeah. The Road to Glory moment, I remember that moment where he was trying to get to Division 1. And like you were playing FIFA as well, so you knew how hard he was. So you're watching him trying to get, you know what I mean? You were like 14, 15, 16, like that's.
And that's the thing. It's also recognizing that he was a 14, 15-year-old kid. You tend to lean into what works.
Yeah,
if you're 14, 15, you lean into it.
And like he grew up in like Watford or something.
Yeah.
Bro, come on.
But at this stage now, it's undeniable what they've managed to do and build for themselves and create the lanes they've created and the things that they're doing. Like fucking Burna Boy is doing a thing with Chunks.
Bro,
like
did you watch the video?
I did, yeah, of course. Yeah, it was a good video. So after a while, you can have your reservations, but like you're saying, it's corny until you become undeniable, and there's nothing anybody can say.
That's literally just what it is.
Yeah.
Like. But what was I gonna say? I forgot. I lost it.
Do you know? I was thinking this because I was having a conversation. Yeah. Who do you think has like one? Who do you think is top person to live life? Do you know, like, say for example, Jay-Z.
Yeah.
The rapper, billionaire, married Beyonce. If they tell me Jay-Z is the greatest person to ever do life, I hear it. Like Rihanna, Fenty, billionaire, pop singer, still got to do the mom, 2 kids with a guy like A$AP Rocky. Beckham's another show.
Oh, Beckham's a shout.
Beckham did life. Football
star. Football star from Manchester United.
Yeah.
Goes to Real Madrid.
Yeah.
Marries, what's her name?
A posh Spice Girl. Now owns
massive pop star.
Now owns Enter Miami. So I was like, those are people like, there's people that are great at like doing, like Jay-Z's a great rapper, but he also did life great.
Okay, I'm gonna throw one out there that's gonna sound a bit random, but think about it for longevity. Bow Wow. Bow Wow has been famous since he was like 6.
Yo, you know what video cracks me up every time I think about Bow Wow? You know that Kanye West documentary when your man mistaked him as a little girl. Do you know that video? No.
Wow, he did when he was young with the cornrows. They are kind of feminine. Maybe he did that beef with.
Because we got little Bow Wow. Yeah, she's. He goes, you know, a guy in the back goes, nah, that's a E, nigga.
And this was 20 years ago, before you couldn't even be like, maybe that's what they identify as.
Yeah,
I don't want to offend them.
There's video of Bow Wow coming out at a concert with Drake, and people are like, I think either they're the same age or Bow Wow is like a year older than him, but Bow Wow looks like his little brother.
The Drake. Bow Wow's actually done great in life because the young ones that have kept their sanity. Yeah, because. I was like, okay, LeBron's also been 16, but they were like, nah, it's within the realms of basketball only. Whereas Beckham was like modeling, Spice Beckham, Manchester United. Now he owns a club. So in different avenues, he's seen like a lot of success. Yeah. Whereas Bow Wow did movies, like Mike. He did music to a good level. Yeah, Bow Wow has lived life to a good level.
Bow Wow was telling stories of they take him to the strip club. He's not allowed in. So the strippers are coming outside to see Bow Wow. Like, Bow Wow's live life. Like, obviously, it might not be to the same level that he is now, and like, obviously, you know, he's short, so people are gonna make fun of him for that already. And obviously, there's been a few things here and there.
Chad Moss.
But low key, Bow Wow's been about.
And flipping Ray J. He's
Ray J's another one.
He
Ray J's another one.
Hey, he's the reason we have the Kardashians.
Oh,
His
okay.
penis is the reason we have the Kardashians.
I was gonna say Michael Jackson, but there's too many scandals there.
Nah, too many scandals. Like Beckham, there's like pretty much the scandals were on the pitch.
Yeah.
Like there was nothing about his life that people can actually go at. He's lived like pretty decent life. I think I would say LeBron's only within.
You know who's gonna win it though? You know who's gonna win it?
Yeah.
Blue Ivy. It's gonna be Blue Ivy.
Yeah, she's gonna live a great life, and that's why when they say there's no such thing as a life that's better than you, I'm like, I don't think so. I think a lot of people are living life better than me right now.
Because like I think about it sometimes. Yeah, there's one trust fund baby that's like 26. He's never worked a day in his life. He's right now. He's jumping off a yacht off some island.
But the thing is, they might not be really happy.
Okay, neither
happy.
am
That nigga happy.
we're both not happy. I'd rather be jumping off a yacht not happy.
Do you know up to a point? You know who I would have picked? Will Smith. But too much of his life came out, and I was like, because he was the Fresh Prince, he was a rapper, he was the biggest movie star in the world. And then you were like, you could look at like if you were black and you had to be somebody, you would have been Will Smith because you just to get it sorted.
Even listen to the J. Cole bar that was like, do you remember that the J. Cole bar that he dropped about Will Smith and Jada Smith relationship? It's
I
not
want
the
the
same.
Jada and the Will love.
It doesn't hit the same anymore.
It doesn't hit the same, because you looked at his life initially, and even like with Jada, and you're like, yeah, Will Smith lives life, and the truth starts unraveling. But then again, nothing deep really happened. Someone just fucked his wife on the open marriage.
No. Apart from that, your daughter writes a letter to Tupac, who's dead, about how my mom misses you. Bro.
On that, how long, if you go with a girl, how long can she grieve her ex if he died?
I don't want to get with a girl who ex has died.
Why?
Because you will, like, the thing is, right, once someone dies, they become an angel, right? Like every bad thing they did almost is erased. So they're only gonna remember the good parts. And there's like, oh, you didn't get over this nigga, you didn't break up with this guy. You are still in love with this guy and he's just gone.
Did you not see Ariana Grande and Pete Davidson when Mike Miller died?
Yeah.
She had to grieve him, so they broke up. Like,
Yeah,
she had to go back. Would it be mad if she was with you for a year and then she found out her ex-partner and then she's grieving him?
Yeah, no, that's bro.
But she has to be allowed to grieve him.
Yeah, 3 days.
What if this was like ex of like 5 years? That means if there's memories every day for every year.
Because think about it.
This guy's so crazy. This guy.
If my mom dies and I work, they only give me 2 days off. What do you need 5 for?
Oh, fucking hell.
This guy is silly. Oh, man.
No, because think about it, yeah. You're not even with that guy anymore. Like, I understand it's sad that that's someone you know that he died and everything. But when you say grieving, yeah.
Yeah, but how is she grieving?
She'll be in bed sleeping.
No. You get 1 day of that.
You just hear her crying.
Bro, you get 1 day of that. You get one. Bro, how you cry?
Yeah, because like if it's
Or
like,
you just
if
catch
it's-
her sad staring into the space and you know she's thinking about that guy.
Yeah, because if it's going off like 2 months, there's something going on.
Yeah, because
It's going on for like
Well, okay, she was with him for 5 years. She's only been with you for 6 months, and she broke up like
how long ago did they break up?
a year ago. So she was in a 5-year relationship, single for a year, got with you, you're 6 months in.
And then he died. Wait, also, how did he die?
Why does it matter?
It matters to me.
Okay, illness.
Which one?
No, I don't want to. I don't want to. I said illness for a reason. I don't want to. Because
specific.
well, because I was gonna say car crash. Illness and car crash, does it make a difference?
Crossroads.
Would you grieve if it was reverse?
Yeah, like you agree, but I'm not spending 2-3 days in bed. Like,
Yeah, I think.
like I'll be like, oh, that's sad, and then we get pushing.
Yeah, maybe go see the family or something. You know,
Do you get what I'm saying?
I'm show
Send
your
a little
face.
present, do something, show up to the funeral. That's
Yeah,
cool.
that's all you
all
can
it
do.
out. But actually,
Are you alright with her?
as the guy, do you go to the funeral with her?
Yeah, we support.
I guess.
be
Yeah,
supportive.
yeah. Because at the end of the day, really,
You gotta
that
go check
guy.
if your ops is dead.
He was stand there with
Just
the
to make
flashlight.
sure. Nah, boys.
Oh man. there's definitely probably situations where if that ex that kept popping up, and as time came, I bet you some guys did the suey.
Bro, I'm happy.
There's definitely situations where guys said suey.
Nah, I'm happy. What?
He just keeps
on
popping
the
up.
low, on the low, like I would be showing up to the funeral just to make sure it's not.
Are you looking at her side eye if she's like balling out, like crying?
You get one time.
One time.
You get one time.
What do you say though? Because you don't really care.
Charge it.
Yeah, you'd be like, oh, sorry, babe. You know.
Yeah, look, I understand, but look, he's gone to a better place. Give all the cliches.
Or what if it'd be mad if that nigga did her dirty and she's still like in a mess about it? It's like that nigga wasn't even good for you. He wasn't even good to you.
Yeah,
And
that
this is
doesn't
your
mean
reaction.
he deserves to die.
No, not deserve to die. It's how you take it. It's like, why are you still taking it hard? The nigga was mean to you.
Yeah, but bro, at one point you just gotta sit it down. Like, niggas die every day, B.
This guy is crazy.
Oh,
This guy.
fuck's sake.
Oh no. Yes. Oh no, sorry. I was gonna charge some to the game, but I can't remember what it is right now. I'm actually so tired today, man.
Bro,
my brain is just not working.
I'm tired as fuck.
I don't know how I'm gonna.
Oh,
2 episodes
almost got
today.
an accident today.
You have what?
Almost got an accident today again.
Of course.
It wasn't my fault. Like, I was just driving out of my estate. This person whips in and like are in the middle of the road, and I think they weren't looking because I saw the moment where they clocked me.
Yeah.
I went. But yeah.
Have you ever been in an actual mad car accident?
Nah. Like all mine have been like little
Bagley?
tips.
Like little niggles, no?
Do you know what it is? Yeah, that word niggle. Yeah. When a white guy says it actually makes you uncomfortable somehow. A guy at work was talking about Arsenal and talking about Saka, and he goes, "Oh, he had a little niggle." I was like, that's so close. It's so close to going. It's too close to going wrong. I have a question for you. Yeah, you just have to tell me the top. I don't know who made this list, but the top 10 greatest actors of all time.
Damn, that's a long
The
list.
top 10 what?
Top 10 greatest actors of all time.
Leonardo DiCaprio.
Leonardo DiCaprio's in the 5.
Denzel's on that list.
Denzel's not here.
He's not here.
He's on this list.
Yeah, so you think
What list is that?
you're thinking white people, bro.
Wait.
list is that?
Who's your favorite actor?
Leonardo. Why would that be Leonardo for me?
Himself. Oh, that was the first black man that's never said Denzel.
Did say Denzel.
No, that's Leonardo. Then it would be Denzel.
Black man. Yeah, DiCaprio's in the 5.
What's this woman that everyone loves? Is it Julia Roberts?
No, this is actors that are all men.
Oh, so they're all men.
Bradley Cooper is on that list.
Bradley Cooper's on this
There's
list.
no way Bradley Cooper's on that list.
He used to do class movies though.
Wait, how is Denzel not on that list?
Denzel.
Yeah.
Me too. I don't know.
Bro, think
Because
about
to
it.
be fair,
Leonardo DiCaprio was in the 5. That's a bit insane.
to be fair, when I read the list, it's only
I
like
bet you I could put money on it. Tom Cruise is on that list.
no.
He's not. Oh, thank God.
There is a Tom though.
Tom Hardy.
No. You're close with the.
Tom Waterston.
It is Tom H, but
This
Tom Hanks.
Tom Hanks is the one.
Bro.
I don't know too many people's actual names.
You'll know these guys.
Who else? So you don't have Will Smith on that list.
We don't have Will Smith.
Do you have any black actor on that list?
We have one black actor.
One.
Morgan Freeman.
Oh, there's 2 black actors. Yeah, Morgan Freeman's in the
Forrest
8.
Whitaker.
No. Do you think
Samuel L. Jackson.
that's it? He's in the
Bro,
10.
how do you have Morgan Freeman and Samuel L. Jackson not Denzel on that list? That list should be thrown in the bin.
Yeah, I don't know who this list is according to, but
Yeah.
I'm just.
Makes sense.
It's these two Oimbos. They do lists on TikToks.
Who else? Tom.
So
Who else is like a?
He's got Tom Hanks, Leonardo DiCaprio, Morgan Freeman, Samuel Jackson. That's 4. I'll tell you. All right.
Or movies that they might have been in.
What? Okay, I'll tell you movies he's in.
Make it tough though.
Okay. He currently had to. He was recently in court. Yeah.
Oh, how did we forget?
How did you know?
Because it was recently in court.
yeah.
Oh, Hugh Jackman.
No, Hugh Jackman's not here.
Yeah.
He played Lincoln. He played Lincoln on My Left Foot. He's just like 3 movies ever.
Lincoln.
And, like Abraham Lincoln.
Oh, what's that guy's name?
He's Irish.
Oh, that's the guy that's in.
Peaky Blinders.
No.
Oh, fucking.
Oh, the one that was looking for black people.
No.
No?
Yeah, it's to kill. No, that was him.
What, Taken?
No, it's not there.
Okay.
Daniel
It's the
Day.
same guy.
Oh yeah.
Daniel Day-Lewis. You guys know Daniel Day-Lewis?
No.
You don't
Daniel
know
Day-Lewis.
No.
You guys didn't watch Lincoln?
Oh, who's this other guy? Al Pacino?
Al Pacino's in there.
Yeah,
He's in the
and,
6.
There's another one that is
Also Italian.
that everyone.
Yeah,
what's his name?
Daniel Day-Lewis.
Nah, there's another one that like people proper. Oh, I can't
Robert De
remember.
Niro.
That's
De Niro.
Robert
yes.
De Niro.
his name, yeah.
I'll give it to you guys because we'll be
Yeah,
here
yeah,
forever.
it's taking too long.
Tom Hanks,
Yeah.
Jack Nicholson.
Wait, Tom Hanks is in the one.
Yeah, but he did Forrest Gump and Philadelphia,
Okay, fair enough.
and then like Demons and the Angels and Demons. Tom Hanks has.
I don't like any of Tom Hanks' movie, but the one with the boats.
Do you ever watch? He did Captain Phillips as well.
Yeah.
Do you ever watch any of Tom Hanks movies? You never watch Forrest Gump?
I never was Forrest Gump.
I've never watched Forrest Gump.
It's too like every time I go to watch it, it's too long. I just
Yeah, it is too long, but I understand if that movie came out in the 94s, you'll think it's a masterpiece. Because we've had so many more better movies in that time, you'll think, this is okay. But if you watch it in the eyes of like, this is movies in the 94s, you'll think it's class. It's Jack Nicholson, Johnny Depp, Robert De Niro, Leonardo DiCaprio, Al Pacino, M. Brando, no idea who he is, Morgan Freeman, and Samuel Jackson.
M. Brando was a guy that did Godfather.
Okay. Yeah, do you ever watch those movies?
Of course I did.
I've never
I watch
watched
Godfather at least once a year.
I started watching Sopranos actually recently.
It's fun.
It's good, isn't it?
Good, yeah.
I like the dynamic between him and his therapist.
Yeah.
I'm only on season 2, episode 6.
Yeah. I didn't get to finish it, I don't think.
You didn't finish it?
No, I didn't get to finish
You watched The Wire?
I only started watching The Wire recently.
Yeah,
I was on like episode. I'm season like 4 and I just stopped. I need to go back to it actually.
I'm gonna keep going with Sopranos. Sopranos is good. It's like
Mafia based.
mafia based, but they introduce the theme of mental health, like how this guy is a bad boy but also needs therapy to continue his killings.
You should watch Godfather of Ireland.
Godfather
Of Ireland.
of Ireland. Okay.
What's your man's name actually? You know your man like has a bit of twitch in his eye, the black actor.
Oh, I know who you're. Oh, is it no? No,
Yeah.
that's not Ali.
Like he's
First
a guy.
Whitaker.
Yeah, first Whitaker, yeah.
Yeah.
10 minutes. It's a good show.
So recently, I've been thinking about potential.
Okay.
Like, just because at what point does potential become unfulfilled?
I was gonna say when you give up on it. When you give up on your potential, it's unfulfilled. But it depends potential in what? Because if it's a sport, you do have a window just because physically and age-wise, your body will start to give up on you.
Yeah.
So if you're like Jack Wilshere, your body gave up on you, your potential became
How
unfulfilled.
old is Jack Wilshere now?
30.
30.
Yeah.
Imagine what if he starts banging now.
But, okay, maybe he still has that window, but like the point is, he will get to a point where age-wise, because I still watch those matches where 40-year-olds, like retired legends of Chelsea versus retired legends of United, you can see the ability never left them. The way they're still touching the ball, the way they're still passing, you're like, oh, the ability is there. Your body just can't keep up with a 22-year-old. So it depends on what you're talking about, because I think in music, you can do your potential whenever. People do 20 years and they get into their 40s and they finally start seeing the fruits of their labor. Even in what we do, like Charlemagne's like, I've been doing radio 30 years, but only within the last 5 years I've actually been rich from radio. He could say his own potentials only became fulfilled 5 years ago. But within sports, I think you have a short window to fulfill that potential. Within other things, I think it's only when you deem it to give up on it.
All right, because like, have you guys been told that you have potential like when you're younger and stuff like that?
Yeah.
Like, and do you feel like you've lived up to it or even come close to it?
I don't feel it, but my dad makes me feel like I have. Because even like my birthday was recently, and his text just was to say like, you were a boy and now you became like a man that I am proud of. So maybe in his head, I lived up to whatever he wanted me to be or whatever he taught of me at this age of 30, where I am. He probably looks at me as like, you fulfilled what you're meant to do. And to an extent, maybe I do too, because we've had this conversation of like, what do I do next? Like, but the 20 to 30 was one thing. I fulfilled all those things, but I don't know. Do you feel like you haven't fulfilled your potential?
Yeah, I feel like I haven't. Yeah.
What would make you feel like you have?
I don't know, you know, because like okay, like let's say there's different avenues, right? Like let's say I see a lot of women talking about like romantic men, and it's one of those things where apparently you either have it or you don't. So, like,
Is that true? You can just either you're romantic or you're not.
is it true?
I think you can learn to be, because I was listening to Keith say it that, for example, birthdays. He couldn't care less about his birthday, so he didn't understand why he had to care about someone's birthday.
Yeah.
But over time, he's like, you know what? Some things are just important to some people, and because it means something to them, I can be romantic on that day. But he says what he does is he'll make it extravagant, so he makes it worth like doing. Because for him to go to the Tesco and pick up flowers, like fucking hell, it's too much. Like, why am I doing this? So if I'm going to do it, let it be a grand gesture. So he learned to be according to him. Maybe talk to the women that dealt with him, and I felt to an extent I got better at maybe buying her flowers every now and again or taking her out every time I get paid. I just developed that. So I don't know if you can, if you're either romantic or you're not. I think you can learn it. I don't know.
Yeah, because like, okay, like let's say, like I always say, I feel like a lot of romance is money. Like it's easier to be romantic when you've got peas in it. Do you get what I'm saying? Because when you think about something,
but they'll tell you it's a thought.
Yeah, but like you can also,
No, but boy, tell us.
you can also go to the beach with a blanket with just some grape.
Is that what you've done?
Hey man.
Hey, man.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
on the beach, with some grapes.
some grapes, some blankets, that's all you need sometimes. Sometimes.
No, that is true. No, I agree with that.
You know
Yeah,
what I'm
yeah.
saying? But like, okay, like you see the way that you're a self-proclaimed lover boy, right? You see the way that you're a self-proclaimed lover boy, right? Like, think about your relationships and girls that you've dealt with, right? And there's things that you have done that might be romantic as shit, and now think about the things that you wanted to do and you didn't do for whatever reason. Do you get what I'm saying? Yeah. So for you to have thought of a whole romantic gesture and everything, does that not show that you have potential to be a very romantic man?
Yeah, like, and I think that's what the girls are looking for as well. I think they're looking for this small gestures, and they'll be like, yeah, maybe he's not where he wants to be financially. Do you know what I mean? But if he's doing these little things, I'm pretty sure he'll do it when everything's cool.
That makes sense. Maybe that's why it's more natural, because maybe if someone is doing those things or they're by their means, they're still doing these gestures, a girl would see that as a natural romantic. Whereas some guys are waiting until they're up. Maybe it's not natural for you. Maybe you're the one that has attached to money. Whereas a guy that will just say, fuck, it's sunny this weekend, let's go to the beach, get a blanket and get some grapes. That came more natural to him. Whereas you're waiting like, no, I'm going to fill balloons in the room when I have money and stuff. So maybe to Beckley's point, maybe it's not more natural to some people, but I still think it can be learned.
Okay, now, on a professional sense, no, you know, let's even take it academic first now.
Yeah.
Like, I'll use leaving cert because it's just easy, because the point is a actual figure. If you had studied and done the best you could have possibly done, around where do you think you land, and where do you actually land? Are you closer to fulfilling your potential, or are you further away from fulfilling your potential? If that makes any sense.
Yeah, no, I get what you're saying, because I did leave it twice. So the first time, God, piss sake, you don't even think it's real. You still think in the back of your mind somehow you're gonna become a footballer. When you're 17, playing football, breaking FC, Jack Wilshere's making his debut. It's like it's not gonna happen for you. The second time, I think it was 390, and I know my potential would have been no more than 450, 425 even. Yeah. Like I knew on my best day, French would be good, maths would be good. Geography
would be easy A for you.
Geography would be good, but the rest, I was like, so I knew my potential was in that 400 to 450 range. So the fact that when I got 390, I was like, I don't think I could have got 100 points more. I don't think I could have got 490 or 500.
Yeah. I got about like 410 as well.
Yeah.
Like that for me was punching. I won't even lie.
Yeah.
I thought I got, like, you see the way I was celebrating, I thought I got 600 points.
Hey, your 410 is 600 points to you.
Yeah,
Right?
I mean, like, so I don't think but like if I properly done it, I'd say I could have had an extra 50 to it. I don't know. You always think you can do better in exams. But you know what I mean? Or like maybe assignments, especially assignments, because you do assignments last minute and get your result. Maybe you get 60 or something, and you're like, oh shit, I could have gone like 70.
Yeah. No, I hear that. Those projects that you have along the way. Again, I actually did take them serious the second time around. Like that's why I'm not. When I got the result, I wasn't mad at it. I knew I gave maybe 50 points was gonna be the difference, and I don't think that would have been a difference maker in the course I wanted anyway.
And to be honest, 50 points is not that crazy.
Exactly.
Like 50 points, that's what an extra grade or two
in like 2 subjects, and then you're probably there.
It's like so you damn near essentially fulfilled your potential.
Yeah. Now back to you. On the terms of potential, I asked you earlier, what do you think you need to do, or is there anything you feel like I need to do this, then maybe I'll feel like I fulfill my potential?
I feel like in terms of output on my life, like if we're supposed to say like 0 to 100 output, right? I feel like I'm probably operating on about 20%, maybe 30%.
Why?
I feel like I lack structure, and because you know when you lack structure, what's good? I saw a saying one time. It's like you don't you don't rise to your motivation. You fail to your systems or something like that. And it's kind of like I feel like I don't have the systems in place to get me to do certain things. Like like when you have a system in place and you have a routine, you don't actually think about what you're doing. You just get up and your body just naturally you get up, you brush your teeth, you do this, you go gym, you do all of that. Like so, whether it's a good day, bad day, whatever, you just do it because that's what you do. Do you get what I'm saying? But if you don't have that, now when it's like you wake up and it's like, when am I going to go to the gym today? Am I going to go to the gym today? 12 o'clock rolls by, 3 o'clock, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, you're looking at it, it's like, fuck, I'm not going to gym anymore. Do you get what I'm saying? And that will happen a day, 2 days, 3 days. So I feel like you then aren't operating at your most efficient level, if that makes any sense.
Do you now feel, okay, then why do you not create systems? I hear you, because to reverse to that is like footballers. Like Peter Crouch says he struggled. He has his podcast with his babe. He said he struggled with retirement because from the age of 7 till you're 35, your life is routine. You know when you're eating, you know what you're eating, you know what you have to be, what bus time is, all the way. So then you get to 35 and you retire, and you kind of have to create that structure and balance. And he did feel like, he says you feel a bit lost. And it is my thing. It's like I feel like one of my best attributes is I know how to stay on course. Like I did the Leaving Cert, I did it again, did the PLC, college every year, had fucking repeats. I know how to keep going.
Yeah.
And I think I attest that to having to go to church every Sunday and playing sports. Because regardless of how you felt or what was going on in your life, you knew training was on Tuesday, Thursdays, and you're playing ball on Saturday, Sunday, and you're going to church. So once you're living within a system for like 15, 16 years, now it's easy for me to even create my own system to kind of be like, okay, I'll go to work. If I'm at work, I'm going to go to the gym. Then I've done, I text Beckley, are you going to be at Vision Lab this time? I'm coming to Vision Lab. We're going to record, go home. So it's more routine that way. So that's how I operate anyways. Do you not feel like you can also then create your own system to just abide by?
No, yeah, like anybody can create their system to abide by. It's just about creating it and actually sticking to it and getting to a place where you're being consistent with it. You
Staying on course is a very thing.
Because I also feel like the Crouch thing, I feel like until you get out of uni, you don't really realize that it's easy to know when you have school to go to. You don't think about it. I'm in class. I've got class from this time. I have this timetable. You go uni. Homework, I've got this. I've got this.
Assignments is due this day.
And as soon as that's done, if like there's no pressure on you to apply for jobs, there's no pressure on you to do anything. You don't have to be anywhere. And it's like you don't even have work, so you don't have to be at the 9 to 5. So you just kind of like, I feel like that's where a lot of people get lost, because I know that's where I got lost. I was just like, what the fuck do I do now?
When your life is, that's so true. Because when your life is you now, you got to figure it out. Your parents feel like they've led you to the path of independence through school and college and your degree. Now they've like, okay, big man,
it's up to you.
go take this race. So I hear what you're saying. What about you, Bex? Do you feel like you fulfilled your potential?
No, I don't think I fulfilled my potential at all. But like, to piggyback what Dejj was saying there, I don't necessarily feel the problem is actually having the structure. I think the problem is actually being consistent. Because you can get structure for like a week. You feel afterwards, like, I'm just gonna stay maybe stay home and play FIFA or like just do whatever else. Do you know what I mean? But I think the problem is just being consistent.
And I hear that, and we're all humans. We all have that day that we're supposed to do. But it's just like I'm saying. It's for me, anyways. When I have that day, it's then assuring that that day doesn't become the consistency. If you get what I'm saying. If I had a day where I brought my gym gear into work, but I'm not feeling it, I have to make sure tomorrow, regardless how I'm feeling, I have to go, because then the consistency becomes not going rather than just taking a day that I wasn't feeling like myself. But what would make you feel like you fulfill your potential?
Oh shit. I guess you have to look at the most important thing in your life, which is probably your family. You know, like looking after your family and looking after yourself first and foremost. Do you know what I mean? And looking after your family, because I think that's the thing. For me personally, that weighs on my mind is like the people around you and shit. You know what I mean?
I hear that 100%.
It actually matters. Do you know what I mean? But I don't know. Yeah, just looking after your moms. You know, because I was thinking to myself, like when I was thinking to myself last week, when I was 16, I thought when I was 30, my mom would stop working. Do you know what I mean? I thought, my mom's doing part-time still, but she's working still, not part-time.
No, but
Do you know what I mean?
I get what you're saying. You want to say
I would think, Mom, I told my mom I stop working. Like, fuck that.
I retired my mom.
My mom.
pour a new car.
Hey,
good, man.
Mom, don't stop working.
Hey, mom, we ain't there yet.
I honestly hear that. Like, it is a thing where you can feels like, yeah, as men, especially, or as people, we do feel the burden. Are you firstborn? Firstborn male. Yeah. So as men and as people, there is that thing within us that was like, I have to look after people, and that is my thing, and that's kind of why I feel now. I always think, I've said it. Oh, what do I do now? I think like that's in the back of my mind. I know that's what's most important. Looking after who matters now. I've kind of set myself in a place to be there. Now it's just about consistently doing it to feel like, yeah, no, I can look at myself in the mirror and say like, yeah, you are a man. I say that because whatever it is, man, to everybody is subjective. So you are a man. You're getting up in the morning. You're looking after who matters. You're putting food on the table, clothes on people's back. That's your pretend. That's what you're meant to do.
Is that enough to fulfill you though?
I don't know. Like, honestly, I don't think so. And having spaces like this and having a podcast, having like an outlet, I was saying it to Irene, my sister-in-law. I was saying, right now the podcast, I hope it blows. I hope it becomes great. But I enjoy it for what it is also. It gives me a space to come and socialize and talk and have an outlet and have something that lets me dream. Because what is my dream? I'm not going to be a footballer. It gives me a space for like yeah.
Every dream every nigga ever had is football.
It's always football.
Yeah, it gives me a space to be delusional and to dream and to just not be confined to
in real life.
I keep tweeting every time I'm going to do Brilliant Idiots because I have that place to be like, yeah, let me be delusional about it. So I don't think that thing will just being the man will fulfill it, but I like having this space because so many times I've been like, why do I pod? Why the fuck do we do this?
Bro.
Do I even enjoy this? I'm paid to do this. But then after a while, I'm like, if I didn't, those 2-3 hours a week, what am I going to do with them?
You know what? You know what's funny? Obviously, being on LinkedIn or whatever, one recruiter slides in my DMs and talk about positions in Dubai.
Yeah.
And I was chatting to one of my boys and he was like, if they offered you the bag, would you take it? And would you move to Dubai? And I was like, I actually don't think so.
Yeah.
Like, I don't feel like it makes sense for me. Do you get what I mean? Like, if it was one of those things where...
Sorry, why not though? Why doesn't that make sense?
Because my job, my career,
Yeah.
to me, is essentially just a job. Do you get what I'm saying? And it's kind of like you said, doing like the podcast, doing all these other things, hosting, trying to do other shows and all of that. That means more to me than my actual job.
100%. So
it's kind of like I've got to let all of that go, move away from my friends, my family, which I can do. I don't mind doing it. But for what though? I'm going to go do it, move for something that I don't care about.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? Because it was a career that I cared about.
Passionate about.
Then it would be like, okay, I want to go as far as possible and as high as possible. And this is a great opportunity for my career and blah, 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 blah. But I don't feel that way. So it's kind of like, I'm going to move. Yeah, cool, I'll make peas, but...
Then what's the outlet? What's like? I get what you're saying because that was one of my friends' reservations about Dave moving. He's saying like, if he's gonna move to Canada just to work and go gym, why? Because that was a reservation. I was like, because I was telling him, I don't think that's what he's going to do. And I said it to Dave. I said, I hope that's not what you go do. Like, I hope you go enjoy and explore being there because what's the point of just what you're doing here, you're doing over there, but you don't even have the podcast or anything to kind of just...
Is that why Dave stopped posting gym pics on Instagram?
This guy is so silly. This guy is so silly. So I fully understand because it's, again, we're so lucky that we can say it's not all about the money.
But once again, I say that
throw the bag
by
ahead.
saying,
Throw the
if
bag.
you throw the bag, like for me to move, the bag you'd have to throw. It's not impossible. So
Yeah, of course.
Don't let me sit here and say like it's impossible. There's some realistic amount of money that they can throw at me.
To move to Dubai.
Deuces.
Because you know what, yeah.
Podcast is done.
No, because you know what, yeah.
Be zooming Dejj
The
in
amount
Dubai.
of money that they're gonna offer me that they'd have to offer me to say I could fly back and forth.
We just stack episodes. This is back once a month, stack episodes.
I'll fly back for 1 weekend. Stack 4
Stack 4 episodes, come back again.
Good.
No, I hear, like, honestly, I was about to say, we're lucky that we can say it's not about the money because I enjoy other things, like doing other things outside of my job. Like we were talking about earlier, other generations, it was like, they'll look at us funny and say, so you're not going to Dubai because of podcasts that's not paying you.
So, the time where I told my mom that I quit my job or I was leaving my job, she looked at me like I was insane. She's like, but they pay you good money. You don't do that much work. Why would you leave? And I'm like, babes, I could get money anywhere.
Yeah,
like, do you know what I'm saying? Like right now in the world where we live in, there is so much money in so many different places that I don't have to subject myself to this. Do you know what I'm saying? Like one of my jobs told me that we're gonna have to start coming in 3 times a week. You know what I did? I put my notice because I don't need to be here.
I remember me and Bex were going through a process where we're kind of like looking for new jobs or whatever. And I was looking at, and then we were talking. We're like, yeah, man, we've had offers, but they're telling us to come in every day.
Yeah, man. I had to turn out the job there. Like, for the first 6 months, coming every day. I was like, that's not gonna work for me.
Bro, I'm telling recruiters now straight. Like, look, I've been working remotely, damn near fully since 2020. You're not getting me in the office. And what's called apparently. The American companies are trying to get people back in slowly to 5 days a week.
It's not a control thing. You don't have to be in the office. It's been proven for the last 2 years.
Yeah,
you don't have to be in the office.
Like, bro, we haven't missed a deadline yet. Yeah. Why are we going to the office?
Because I was watching Dana White shout about that. People are saying you don't want to be in. You absolutely have to be in the office. No, you don't. It is a control thing. There's them being like, they're paying big wages for the space. They're paying for canteen staff. It's on them, so they want to utilize this stuff.
Yeah, but the thing is, what I would see is that so we're paying like what $2 million a year for this building, and there's nobody there.
Let's go find
another one. Yeah, shut that shit down, bro.
No, but they'll tell you it's for team morale.
Would you work hybrid though? Yeah.
2 days max.
Yeah, like I don't mind 2-3 days in the office. I actually do like going in and socializing with people, but not too much. Just talk to people. But then I also like my time at home as well. Huh?
I didn't like socializing anyways.
Yeah.
No, I was lucky. I was like you. I was lucky to be part of good teams that I actually enjoyed socializing with them. But would I go back to that socializing to go back every day?
Nah.
You know what as well, yeah? All like I wouldn't mind as much, but all of the accounting offices are all in town. So I have to take a bus, which is almost essentially adding 4 hours to my day that I don't need to add.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? So it's kind of like if I was only 30 minutes from the office and it was one bus, I don't mind.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? But like, bro, if I have to get into the office at 9 o'clock, I probably have to take the bus at like 7.
7:30.
It's not. It doesn't make sense.
It's not worth it for what? To sit there at a desk and do the exact same thing I'm doing at home.
And then you have to them ones that you say I have that bus to catch at this time, so whatever is happening, if you want to assign something within an hour left, I'm not doing it. Whereas as at home, I'd be like, I'm already home, I can give you an extra half an hour. I've seen you work multiple. Yeah, I've seen you work multiple times to like 8 or 9 because you're already. But if you have to commute back and still have to take a 2-hour journey before you get home. Fuck that.
Nah, man.
Nah, shout out people, companies, man. Don't get us back in the office.
Yeah, like I just bro, I started working in 2015. I have not seen a single client. Bro, most of my clients are in America and shit like that.
Yeah.
Why do I need to be in this office?
Yeah. No. So in my industry, it's like if you get a hybrid job, grab that shit and bounce.
Let me ask you a little question. So I heard in the news that we might. Because I've listened to the news lady, bro. I don't know what the fuck.
Uncle. Just embrace the uncle.
I don't know what's wrong with you, bro. Embrace the uncle. Every time I get in the car, I don't even want to listen to music anymore. I'm just slapping on the news talk. Shout out to news talk.
The older you get, the more you're becoming just like a legit uncle.
Yeah, I don't like. I'm actually enjoying it, and I'm questioning myself at the same time. Why are you listening to this?
Because when you're young, you tell yourself, I'm going to watch cartoons my whole life, not this boring ass news.
But would you take another lockdown though? Would you?
Would I what?
Would you take one more lockdown?
Yeah, I'll slap that.
Would you?
in this role? Yeah. In the role I was in, I still had to commute. So, like, do you know when I was locked out? I was working in the lab. Like, the roads were empty. So that was like this. I think I did the usual 40 minutes commute in like 28-minute ones.
Oh, so you still have to go to the office?
Yeah.
I was working in the lab. I was testing. Like, I was actually hands-on. So in the role I'm in now, I better give me a lockdown. No. Save money and everything.
I saved so much peas and lockdown. You didn't do anything.
Yeah, the only problem is that's when man started smoking though.
That's when the habits form.
Did you see young Philly talking about it to Harry Panero? He said he basically during lockdown basically adopted a porn habit. 4 or 5 days, 4 or 5 times a day.
Yeah, because you know what it is, yeah. Like the thing is, like a lot of times it's just boredom. It's
man,
fuck, it's something to do.
Because there's actually nothing to do.
Yeah,
there's nothing to do. Like I remember when the Jordan documentary came out, and I used to live with 2 of my friends, and the most exciting
to look forward to.
And it was once a week. We were talking about the Jordan documentary dropping 2 days prior.
Like all the sports talk shows. Fair play to Stephen A. and them mans. They had to draw blood from that documentary. they
were dissecting
that documentary.
Everything.
Like any point of conversation in those documentaries.
They even got Isaiah Thomas on.
They said, who guest starred in this episode? And no guests were gonna say no because you're home.
Of course.
You're at home.
That's why they get ready the big bucks.
Yeah.
Because it's not easy. It's not easy to try and draw something to talk about when there's nothing to talk about.
Yeah.
God, and then when Dana White brought about UFC, they were like, yeah.
Shout out to Dana, man. Honestly, shout out to Dana, man. Man just went to a fucking desert and just be like, fuck everybody.
Yeah. You understand why some people are in the position they're in.
Yeah.
Like when you watch that guy, you're like, no, you just have to say fuck everybody. You need to have that dickhead mentality to be in the position.
And you've got to be innovative. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Because everybody could just sat down and said.
But do you know what? I always actually have this conversation with someone a few weeks ago because it came up, and I was like, I won't lie, like with the amount of resources that he has, that's an easy idea. It's not complicated.
But
like you have peas, like it's like.
To be fair, it's just
billions.
finding the thread with the island.
That's it. And then it's just willing to do it. Fighting because some people will back down because of the backlash. Some people will be like, public perception will get them to back down. They'll be like, oh,
yeah, but he's not like answering to any like government
I know.
bodies.
That's what I'm saying.
It's a private owned company.
Yeah,
well, it was a private owned company.
And plus,
No, it's public. Yeah.
You're not breaking any laws.
Breaking any laws, exactly.
I can travel if I have a test. Everybody here is tested. Everybody's good, and we're on an island that says that we can be here. So
easy idea.
Yeah.
Just throw money at it. And it's funny because the NBA copied it.
Then they copied it. They went to the bubble.
You know what I mean?
They went to fucking Disneyland. Now, what a weird time in existence, man. I can't wait for that Netflix documentary. Honestly, the week the week happened. I was at the gym. They said we have closing there. We'll open up in 2 weeks, just flattening the curve. I remember the first time I heard that line. We just want to flatten the curve and we'll be back open in 2 weeks. Everybody was like,
The first time I heard
2 weeks.
the first time I ever heard about COVID was the boat. Do you remember the boat situation where they won't let people have the ferry?
no.
Do you remember that? No, there was like a private yacht or something. There was like loads of people. I think it was like Korea or something, or like China. They're going to China or something. I can't remember. But they won't let them off the boat because I think they were all like infected with the virus. And I was reading this in work. I was like, what the fuck is going on? And then 2 weeks after, everything shut down.
I heard about it. Like, I know the world shut down in like March. Yeah. I remember in December on Brilliant Cities, you're talking about it. So this virus is coming from China. That's what pisses me off. Let me introduce you the podcast first and foremost.
After an hour.
And we're here. We are charged.
Bang.
This is the podcast with the highest level of analysis the culture needs. You know. I'm officially Uncle J, 30. I can't even fight anymore. Oh, yeah, but you must can call me Jordan, and I'm here with.
You know, it's your girl's favorite voice, Big Dejj, nigga with the Midas touch.
And off camera, we have.
You go Beckley.
He's embracing it as well. Uncle Gang. Yeah, no, but it was funny because I was hearing about it. Oh, it's in China. Oh, it's in Italy. I was like, they left. I was like, shut down your borders. They just kept talking about the virus moving across the world until it actually got to us.
Wait, so when are we shutting down France?
What's happening in France?
Bed bugs.
Oh yeah,
that's one bedbug epidemic in France.
I've heard that as well.
When do we say you guys are not allowed? Anybody that's there has to stay there. Because that shit will spread like Wi-Fi.
See what I mean? And they'll talk about it. They'll talk about it for a year, and then when it starts spreading, they'll say, yeah, we should have closed the back.
Bro.
But see, the Rugby World Cup is there right now, so
everybody that's there,
yeah.
Everybody that is there, keep those motherfuckers there and burn the city. Burn all those bed bugs, fumigate everything, disinfect everything, stop all the Euro trains or Eurostar or whatever. Stop that shit right there. Cancel your. No, right now I ain't gonna do that.
Right now, we'll get people out the country.
Yeah, but like, what's called like
symptoms?
What did you say?
What are the symptoms of bed bugs? Like, what do you?
I don't.
I actually don't know what it is. I always used to hear don't let the bed bugs bite.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's what I say.
Yeah, but I don't know. I don't know what it is. I just thought it was a white saying because I was like, I don't think there's bed bugs that you're saying that to scare your kids.
No,
how do you know you have bed bugs? Like,
I literally saw someone was on the train or something. And there's like this little bug just walking across. Like those are apparently bed bugs.
So you just see bugs on your bed. That's how you know you have bed bugs.
I think they bite you and shit and all of that. Shit. Oh wait, hold on. Bed bugs are insects from the general whatever. They feed on blood. Usually at night, their bites can result in a number of health impacts, including skin rashes, psychological effects, and
psychological.
Yeah, and allergic symptoms.
Why laughing?
Why emphasize on that? What did you emphasize? Psychological.
The black and we couldn't understand.
Bedbug bites may lead to skin changes ranging from small areas of redness to prominent blisters. Symptoms may take between minutes or days to appear. Itchiness is generally present. Yeah. Some individuals may feel tired or have a fever. Lock that country down.
I don't want none of that.
Yeah, I'm saying, lock them up.
Well, you might want another lockdown. Just, there has something else to give. To get another lockdown, we need like something to give.
This is the thing, yeah. For some reason, COVID never scared me. Like, COVID was always one of those things like, yeah. Do you get what I'm saying? Don't give me something that will scare me.
Why did COVID scare you? Was it just...
Because every time I heard about it, it was just kind of like
A bad
from
cold.
from the time I heard about it, it was killing old people
Yeah.
and people that were already sick.
Yeah.
And I'm neither of those things. So I was like, I'll be fine.
Fair enough. No, it never scared me either, but my dad was frightened. I guess he was working in the hospital, so he was seeing it firsthand, how it was affecting some people, and he's obviously older. So this time he took like a month off work. And then when he thought he had it, he stayed in his room for 2 weeks. Never had it. He just stayed in his room for 2 weeks. It's actually bad, like watching your parents get older and just watching them become like kids again. Come downstairs and eat, man. You staying upstairs.
The first time you have to check your parents about something is the funniest thing, because you're kind of like, should I be doing this?
You feel weird about it. That's why Beckley started going running, because he started seeing himself become his parents. So he's like, no.
I'll become my dad, bro.
You like news as well?
What?
You like news?
No, yeah, he's watching CNN. I'm not at that stage yet.
Okay.
Flat out CNN. I'm just at news talk level.
Do you know what it is? News talk is actually good, because, like I always say about anything, it's like news content rather than news. Do you know when there's a guy reading from a prompter just telling you, today in Afghanistan, 40 people were
They
killed.
be chatting about the most random shit as well. Like, I was listening, they were talking about sex, chlamydia on the way over here.
Yeah.
They were talking about the housing crisis a few days ago.
And it's the way they talk about it. They talk about it like we're having a conversation rather than actually breaking the news. Because even Gary Neville is doing that stick to football chat.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this is so much better than some guy just drawing lines on a. I don't care where the run is supposed to go. Make me laugh why this is funny.
You do get some cool content as well. There was one time, I think it was on Saturday, it was a football I guess a programming.
Yeah.
On News Talk. And they were having a football quiz, and I really enjoyed it, because even like I was participating in the car as well, like, so it's fun. But it just means I'm old as fuck now. That's what it means.
No, I think it's also about like just it being more digestible. Like a lot of things, the news wasn't digestible. CNN and France 24 and all that show. Just watching some guy read a prompter and then the hot lady does the news. You're like, yeah, this is why I was here.
Yeah, plus
and
even
they just rerun it every 40 minutes.
You know, and it's like, who cares?
Yeah, exactly,
my dad will still watch it. You'll try to change the channel and he's vexed.
We've seen this 40 times now.
You'll be falling
Change
asleep.
the bloody channel.
You fall asleep. You try to change the channel, says leave it on. It's like, my nigga,
why-
let me watch fucking Pokemon.
Why do we all live the same fucking life? Like, that's what I actually want to understand.
Because even in my interview today, they were asking, you're going to be working with people from different nationalities. I'm like, at the end of the day, people are people, man. The more you work with people, you realize, we all just live one life, and everybody just use the stories you'll tell about your foreign parents, the same story I have about my foreign parents, but completely different end of the spectrum.
Yeah, foreign parents are funny, man.
Anyways, I think.
Have you ever given up on somebody?
have you what?
Have you ever given up on somebody?
Yes.
Like relationship or friendship or
Just in general, like just what's called? It could be friendship, it could be relationship, it could be a family member, literally anybody.
Have I given up on somebody? Yeah. I had to. Have you?
Yeah, multiple people.
Why did you have to?
What?
Given a reason for one that you had to.
He wasn't there.
He wasn't what?
He wasn't there.
So, I talk about your dad.
well, it's not funny, but
So silly.
I didn't even cop that. I was so confused going for a second.
Okay. This guy's so I didn't want. At what point did you have to tell yourself I'm giving up?
Oh, bro.
This guy is so. Becky said it's so funny.
Bro, it was time ago.
But do you remember when you came to the realization? It's like, yeah, I have to give up on this.
Oh, yeah. Oh, there was a specific.
That's what I'm asking.
A specific time. Oh yeah, that specific time. Oh yeah, I was like, yeah, this nigga's cooked, bro. This is done.
Was it tough giving up for your dad?
Was it tough? Yes and no. Because yes, because when you come to the realization, like, yo, I actually don't think you give a fuck. Like, when you go to that realization, it actually doesn't have anything to do with them. It's more like, oh, bruh, so I'm the dickhead that thinks you care.
This guy, Beckley, why is he like this?
But look, that's my guy. We're cool now.
That's my guy. We're cool now.
Yeah, we're cool now.
Actually, I is actually cool now.
No, you know why I asked the question, yeah? Because
so silly.
Because what's
That's a
the
turn.
he did something that annoyed me, yeah. So I had to check it. And it's a weird position to have to tell somebody that you don't really expect much from.
Yeah.
That you need to do better. And it's like, I've kind of given up on you, but you said you wanted to do these things.
Oh,
so
okay,
because
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
trying
yeah.
to be cool with you and I'm trying to be your boy, innit?
Don't
I'm
set
gonna
the
let you know that,
expectations.
bro, fix up, innit?
Yeah.
But yeah.
Oh god, that took a turn. Yeah, I had to give up on my friend Daniel. He turned out to be a pedophile. So
What the fuck?
Man just name dropped him as well.
Look, man, this is
But you don't
the
know. This could have been anyone. You don't know who I'm talking about.
news. You don't know which Daniel.
Yeah, exactly. Oh no, it was actually mad. Because then when I went to do PLC, he was also there doing a different course, and people found out, and people coming to me it's like, "Yo, is this?" And I had to be like, "Oh God."
Bro, I plead the fifth.
Yeah, it came out. I told you this story before.
Yeah, you told me.
Yeah.
I don't know this guy from anywhere.
Yeah. Oh, it's mad because now when I see the guy's brother and the guy acts like he doesn't know me. He Ray Charles, like I'd be looking. Sometimes I catch him looking and I look at him, but then he look away.
That's
so I
weird.
know he knows who I am, but he just doesn't want to acknowledge it because then he thinks we have to talk about it. We won't have to talk about it because I'm not gonna talk about that shit anymore. I was like, yeah, but after that, I had to give up on him. It was
Nah,
just
you know, it's weird, right? When you get information about somebody that you're not supposed to have, but it makes you feel funny about the person.
Yeah,
And it's
yeah.
kind of like you never know how to act because it's kind of like I can't just change up because you don't know
that
I know.
Yeah.
And I shouldn't know.
Yeah.
And because if I let you know that I know, now I'm gonna have to give up my source that told me not to tell anybody.
Yeah, it's like when you find out if you have like a girlfriend, like not a girlfriend, but a woman that's your friend, and you find out their man is cheating. Now you know that information that you're not supposed to know, so you don't really want to be too cool with him, but at the same time you can't be like too cold either because you're like, I'm not supposed to know anyways.
The first thing your friend's gonna be like, "What's up with you, man? You guys are acting weird."
And now you have to be like, he's cheating on you. So you can't really say anything. So yeah.
Mind your business, man.
So you still gotta be like, okay, we still gotta be cool-ish, but at the same time, I don't rate you, man.
I was like, I won't fuck
thing,
with you like that.
Yeah, Beck, have you ever given up on anybody?
Yeah, I guess like friends and stuff, but nothing like.
Why? Why would you have to give up on a friend?
Jesus.
Find God.
Anything crazy? I can't think of anything.
Yeah, and sometimes not even about. I know French.
Nothing mad. Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes friendships just die, but no,
Yeah,
there's been maybe
sometimes.
2 occasions where I feel like one romantically where I felt like I have to give up on this. It's not gonna.
No, you had to give up on that.
It's,
I
not,
guess
it's not gonna
If
come
you like
back.
have a relationship and you break up, that's you kind of giving up on it, right?
Yeah. That's you giving up on the relationship.
Is it not?
It is to an extent. I think it is.
To a certain degree, but I feel like it's more one of those situations like, you know, like let's say you have a girlfriend and shit just isn't working out and you feel like you've tried one thing, you tried another thing, you keep trying everything, and it gets to a point where it gets to a point where you're like, you know what, like, this just isn't gonna work. I've got to yeah. or niggas that's be some of you niggas that be chasing girls for 5 years, 10 years, give up.
Who's chasing girls for 5 years?
Bruv.
Bruv.
Some guys waiting in the wings.
Really?
Ah,
One advice for any guys waiting in the wings: don't wait in the wings, bro.
Them man
Go
are
and
waiting
live
in
your
the
life,
shadows.
bro.
bro.
Go and live your life.
There's one guy specifically thing at the top of my head. He's married now, so God bless him. But he was waiting in the wings for time.
Bro.
Time.
But he's married now. He's happy.
Yeah, now he's
So it's worth it.
We don't know if he's
No,
happy, but
he's married to someone else. He was waiting in the wings for my missus for time.
Oh.
But now it's like
So do you see you?
no.
You do on the inside, don't you? Niggas be doing that shit. You know?
like, yo, keep waiting, bitch.
Now your ego doesn't want to let her go because you know that nigga's gonna be
Fam, I can think about like 3 guys that niggas are waiting in the shadows, in the woodwork, just. And you know the worst part, yeah? If you fight with your babes, all of a sudden, that's the day that they text her.
Of course,
Bro.
It's like they have a radar. So, but I know niggas will, especially in certain cases, they'll keep an eye on your page. They'll wait for the pictures to go. They'll wait for the when the
Niggas how
pictures.
you been thirsty,
Bro, when the pictures are no longer in the feed or she archived everything trying to be all mystique, you broke up with that nigga.
Or you know when she starts popping up in your story, like you've opened Instagram 5 days in a row and she's like top 3.
Yeah, boy.
What's happening there?
But the girl knows what she's doing as well, though. To be fair,
Abby.
do you know what I mean, if she's posting, you know, when girls finish relationship, that's when she be on the timeline and shit. Do you know what I mean?
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So she's kind of inviting the niggas in as well. She's kind of.
This is a back call.
She's kind
All she just
That's
does
what
like
it
sit
is,
there and say,
man.
bro, I'm single, bro.
Have you ever waited in the wing and be like, when she's back, I'll spin the ball.
Oh yeah. Oh, but not with guys that I know. Obviously.
No, of course. No, just with girls in general.
for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sure.
no, that's happened. That's happened.
And you know when that's relationship ends as well, because you know the first story that comes out is gonna be wow. The first post that comes out.
Or either that, or they just text you.
And when you waited in the wing, as it worked out for you?
Most likely, yeah, because I've broken up. Do you know what I mean? They're broken up, and now she's looking to like either like it. Let me not talk too much.
The thing is, I wasn't waiting, but when you popped up, I was like, oh, okay. Do you know what I mean?
I get what you mean. I wasn't actively waiting, but you could spot the thing. And
How did she pop up?
Hey.
After God.
What happened?
Is he treating your shit again? That's why niggas be dirty macking you. God,
Bro.
them niggas never win though.
Bro,
Did you see actually the two girls that won Love Island that she broke up?
Oh yeah, so that was never gonna last.
That was never gonna last.
Nobody
Yeah,
cared, man.
fucking what's in the Tyreek and things should have won that shit.
Yeah, but you know.
Yeah, Tyreek and things should have won that. Who else was in the finals that year? I can't remember.
Fucking Whitney and Locken.
Yes,
Yeah.
them as well. Yes, them as well.
They should have won, to be honest.
Yeah,
I saw
they
Tyreek
should've
was dropping
won.
a few verses here and there, a few bars. Not even say verses. Some of them are nice though. He just has like the voice of a rapper.
Yeah, he has the voice of a
He has just I don't know if he can rap, like if you can put it together, but the voice is there. That's the beginning.
To be honest, for me, that's probably one of the most important parts. Like,
Yeah.
there's some people that, cool, you might be dropping bars, but if I don't like listening to your voice, it's not gonna. Like,
And we've said it so many times. That was the problem with our scene at the beginning, just the Irishness and the Irish accent. We just, but now it's kind of finding a nice blend. I don't know if the production is better, the mixers came up, but now it's very bearable. I can listen to an Irish rapper and not be phased by it. I'm like, yeah.
Oh, shout out to our boy Shaq, man. Fam.
Shaq.
Yeah, rapper from Jordan.
No, it's not from Jordan, but he's not from like Offaly or something. Remember he
Longford?
came Longford, somewhere like that.
Yeah, it's from one of those. Remember he came on the podcast. Yeah. What's called?
With Dams, you know Dams
Yeah,
and Shaq.
yeah, that's his guy. Yeah, he performed at one of the open mics.
Yeah, he dropped freestyle.
Oh, did he?
The freestyle. I was like,
Is it good?
It's the packing big like Dejj.
Good.
Yeah,
Oh, you named you?
Look,
That's why I'm looking at his gas, you know.
No, I'm like, I was gassed. Let's go.
Oh, he dropped you as well.
No, he didn't drop me. Just dropped.
He
Because
did,
he said something hype being broken. I charged that to the pain. Packing big like Dejj. Charged that to the game. I was like,
I like that.
have we made it?
But it just goes back to what I was said a couple of weeks ago. It's like the synergy is there now. We're all starting to, because then after a while, he name dropped like a slight motif and origins that Nestor was doing. I was like, oh yeah, it's like.
No, but I like it
Everything's
because
there.
now it's kind of like it's building. It's more making our own scene a thing.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
it's like now because like what was I listening to? I think Dave's Hangman.
Yeah.
He name dropped Poet and Chucky.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? It's like stuff like that happens everywhere else. It's like
Now it's finally
it's
happening here.
happening
Even
here
the Odi Don Don video, like Dami is in that with Officer. So like if it's an influencer with the rappers and now
No
the name
Black Irish.
dropping. There's no bodies in
Wait.
Ireland.
So,
Okay.
so what did you feel like when you first? Like, what was that feeling when you first heard?
honestly, like it was cool. Like
It's cool, yeah.
like it hasn't really.
Yeah, but you must have been like, you must have
No,
smiled
it
a
was
bit.
cool,
Like,
like-
I would have
like,
smiled. I would have been dreaming. I'm smiling right now.
No, I smile for sure.
Yeah.
I played it 4 times on stage. Back in big like Dejj, that's us.
You see this in the car. Hey, that's me.
Hey,
You
bro.
play that song, you cue that song on purpose. Back in big like
Yeah, and you know what? If they don't recognize it, reload it, bro.
Oh,
That's what you say, man. He's cold. He's cold. Nah, but
shout
and you know
out
what? Like
to
you said, like we actually want freestyles as well. Do you get what I'm saying? Like
that kind of freestyle, like
Yeah.
not overproduced. It's like kind of when you watch amateur porn. It just makes sense.
Jesus Christ.
Sorry.
Hey,
I have
he's not wrong,
one
though.
thing. There's only one thing that I didn't like about the video.
What?
I don't like rappers reading from their phones.
Oh, he wanted to do it.
Yeah,
off the dome.
like he said he wrote it that morning, so
That
it makes
morning,
sense.
yeah, yeah,
But like, I feel like it adds just that bit more
Yeah.
when you're not reading off your
Yeah,
phone.
I hear it.
Do you know what I'm saying?
I think remember that phrase that Lil Wayne said he doesn't write anything. He just from the dome. And not every rapper thought they didn't have to.
Yeah, no. Somebody guys keep writing.
Something write down your ideas, man. Make your ideas. Remember those?
Use
all
your
that
notes.
Brainstorm your ideas and make it into a song. You're not Lil Wayne, man. What a road that guy had, man. And Usher was actually performing at the Super Bowl.
Yeah, now he's now I see his face everywhere.
Oh God, I heard his music every fucking day in that house now.
Bro, like I've never been a big fan of Usher. I can't lie.
Nah, Usher's the guy. Usher's been
Really,
that guy.
I've never been like.
See, I missed a wave of Usher. I came to Ireland like 2002, and for like first 2 years, like you're learning the language. We didn't speak English, obviously, so you're learning the language. By the time you adapt to the language and you wanted to learn music, 50 Cent was like
the guy.
Anywhere I heard anything was. I went from the 50 Cent, then Wayne's era, and then obviously you know the rest. So I feel like I missed that R&B wave.
You know what it is? I had my sister.
Yeah.
So when I was doing, I'm a little gangster and I love rap music, she was listening to that. So I heard a lot of that, and then it's kind of like I got that from her. Because if I didn't have my sister, there's probably a lot of old school like R&B and stuff that I wouldn't know.
Late 90s, early 2000s. I completely missed that wave. By the time I'm 12, 13. 50 Cent's the coolest guy. You're young and personable. He's a cool black guy.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like,
I want to be like him.
Bro, I'm 14, 15. I don't want to hear about Joe. I don't want to hear about all the things your man won't do.
Yeah.
Like, bro, that's not what I want to hear. Man down.
What was the first R&B album that you properly digested?
I've actually, till today, I've actually never listened to a full R&B album, you know. I've listened to songs here and there, like obviously. But to say, let me put in an R&B album, that shit's good.
The first R&B album I proper listened to, it probably might be a Chris Brown album, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, Chris Brown kind of does R&B, does it?
Yeah.
I would, yeah. Yeah, I would.
I guess the Chris Brown.
Yeah.
Because I remember the days like that when you had Run It and Gimme That remix and or that first album for Chris Brown, I would say yeah. Trey Songz, I used to find him a bit.
Trey Songz.
I found him a bit corny.
Oh, I never liked Trey because like all the black girls when I was younger loved Trey Songz. That used to piss me off.
That was
Such a
It used to piss me off.
What's the album? I think it's what, Passion, Pain, and Pleasure or something like
Yeah.
that. I've rinsed that album out so many times.
I liked him on Successful. I just wanna be.
But I was talking about one single, bro.
I never really got into Trey Songz. R&B
Same
really
here.
wasn't it. I guess Chris Brown counts as R&B, but I thought like the introduction with Running with Jewels. I was like, I'm in.
Who else?
Play more of that Chris Brown.
Yeah.
You're on that Bryson Tiller wave, no? Yeah, you're on that Bryson Tiller wave. You're on that Hamilton.
Yeah,
I
I
was
listened
trying
to
to- I was
that.
trying to think
Exchange.
That would have been.
What was the old album
Exchange? Trap Soul.
Trap Soul.
Trap Soul.
Trap Soul would have been.
That was cool.
Yeah, I was trying to think more early stuff because like I've listened to like a lot of what's it called The Weeknd's trilogy. When
Yeah.
Weeknd was on
Weeknd's.
drugs.
Yeah, that was good.
Come on.
Making
I was listening to some of that earlier on.
Is that like, wasn't that like a different sound to the R&B's of the late 90s, early 2000s?
Yeah,
like
it was
The
very
Weeknd?
different. Yeah,
very soul-y.
I was late to the
kinda thing.
weekend.
Yeah. No, I was there on time because the person I was with at the time was like a big fan of his. So it would always be on. So I was like, he's good, but wasn't for me. Drake could have been like, to be fair to Drake, he could have gone the R&B star way and then go the rapper
See,
way.
the thing is, Take Care probably doesn't count as R&B,
Yeah.
No, it's only a rap song.
even though there is a lot of singing on it though.
How many years do you guys give an album before it can be called a classic?
Shit.
Years.
Like or time, not even years. What time has to amass before you say that's a classic?
I see. The thing is, before it probably was a longer amount of time, but now that music comes out so rapidly.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
if I'm still listening to your album in a month or 2 months' time, it must be good. It must be good. Do you
Not
get
here,
what I mean?
because it's just not just music anymore. We consume so much content that if I'm running back to your album where there's new YouTube videos, there's new podcasts, there's new albums all the time. Whereas back then you had that one CD, and really you had a CD and whatever's on TV. Yeah. You had no choice of content to consume. Right now it's like if for me to spend another hour listening to this album, where I could listen to Joe Rogan just dropped a podcast with Sean O'Malley. Your album must be really good if I'm running it back inside of this new podcast.
Oh, you know what album I rinsed out? Bruno Mars's first album, Do Ups and Hooligans. I damn near know all the words back to front.
Yeah, the Bruno Mars, like different demographic, I guess, in the end, because some of these people, like I say, they still sell out like mad shows, but I could go like 2 years without hearing a Bruno Mars song. Because you don't listen to the radio either, because that was another thing. When I first started driving, I was listening to the Spin or FM 104. They'll play all those songs all the time. Now it's like, I play what I want, what podcast I'm listening to, whatever music I listen to. So I can go like...
He had a good run as well, didn't he? Like, he had a good run. Like,
Who,
when he first
Bruno?
came out.
Yeah.
Oh, Bruno Mars. His first two albums are bangers.
Yeah.
Like the third album is what I didn't really. That was when he started losing me a bit.
But do we really go back to albums, or do we just go back to singles from albums?
Occasionally I go back to albums like African Giant. I go back to that sometimes.
Classic.
Randomly, Ready to Die by Biggie. Do Ups and Hooligans, Bruno Mars again. Take Care every once in a while. Confessions every once in a while.
I the only album I go back to recently.
J. Cole?
I actually don't even go back to his albums. It's Life of Pablo. It's so digestible. Like open, like from
very
Father Stretch My Hand, Part 2,
Yeah.
then Famous, then Waves. And I was listening to it, I was like, yo, this album is very palatable. It was the same as Coloring Book for ages. It was very like palatable, but I'm never in the mindset to go through a body of work. And I guess that's where Kendrick kind of goes wrong.
Yeah.
He doesn't make, you have to listen to his album as an album. His songs like within the album rather than, let me just pick the
You know what I'm
song.
saying? Like
the
out
most
of
part.
all Kendrick's album, I think maybe Damn is
Damn,
the only one
yeah.
that like
You
has
can pick
things
out
that you can
songs.
pick out songs. The rest of them more for the most part.
Yeah.
You listen to bang like beginning to end.
I won't lie, it's tough to listen to Kendrick album though.
Yeah.
It's tough listen.
Heavy.
Like I'll listen, it's heavy. That's
Yeah,
it.
it's
Like I would listen to it like once or twice, but the third, fourth time, it's like
Yeah, no, I'm the same. I listen to it once or twice just so I make sure that I hear it. I just didn't listen because first time I'm listening to like, okay, this sounds the flow, the rap, the instrumental. Second time I'm like, let me hear the messaging of what he's actually trying to say. And after that, I'm kind of like, yeah, it's enough, man.
Like J. Cole, I listen to regularly.
Yeah, the J. Cole makes more digestible music than Kendrick, but I think Kendrick makes better bodies of work. I don't think when it comes to full bodies of work, I don't think people really make albums better than King. Well, I think that's us for now. Done for now.
I'm good to go.
Yeah, if you guys made it to the end of the pod and you didn't like anything we said, well, you can charge.
Peace out.
Thank you for listening. These boys are coming like in an hour or so.
An hour.
They said 6:30.
Yeah, let's go. You can go get your Red Bull. I'm gonna smoke.
Yeah.
Be ready for that when you get here.
Sick.